this with an elephant nose on it.
That's pretty crazy.
Isn't it? So I listen to a lot of doctors, and if I catch you lying, then I kick you off. Get rid of you.
Mm-mm.
Boom. Real quick, there's my dogs. Yeah. Thunder and Lightning. She's about 15 months. He's 8 years.
But you named them Thunder and Lightning?
Yeah.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah, Thunder and Lightning. Yeah, she's my first girl dog, and she's been alpha female, which means, you know, the vet said she wants to be
dominant.
Yeah,
Nope.
exactly.
She's an alpha as well.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Being around other animals is it's a hit or miss for sure.
Oh, really?
Yep. If the other dog is like submissive, then it'll work out relatively well.
Yeah, Lightning's submissive, but when they get in a fight and she attacks him, I've had to come outside and he's on top of her because, you know, he's always been about 67 pounds, real strong. They both have some pit in them, but they're American Bully, 2 breeds.
Right.
He is, and Boxer. She's a little different mix.
Alexa, resume.
Yeah, it's nice to have a peaceful atmosphere. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I was a union local 58 Detroit electrician, and I was in love with a 20-year-old in Mexico, and I was working at the Metro Airport out there in Romulus, and I was wiring that every 6 weeks. I told my boss, hey, I'm going to see Janet, and in the union, they don't care. You just give notice, and what they do is they put a short call in at the union hall. Boy, was that a wonderful romance.
What happened?
I was still struggling with pain pills. I was eating. I flew her and her mom here to get married in a chapel and then go back to Mexico and have a bigger wedding for the family. And my aunt showed up with OxyContin. Well, I didn't know OxyContin was 16 pills in one pill. So I take this pill and I crunch it up and swallow it. It had 16. It was an 80 milligram. It had 16 5-milligram pills in there. So I got in my Mustang
Oh no.
with her and her mom Graciela in the back. Kind of forgot about them because some guy pulled up next to me wanting to race on Purdy Road in Taylor. And anyway, I ended up acting like a complete psycho. The next morning, she comes downstairs brokenhearted. You know, hey, I can't marry you. My mom says, you're a lunatic. And so when they left, I went to a rehab and flew down there and kept trying to make it up. And then, like the idiot I was, I didn't keep trying because that's all they wanted me to do was say, hey, show us you're not gonna, go back to that again. But I would have put her through some stuff because I've had 10 surgeries, titanium neck, shoulder replacements, left hip and knee, and my dog licked this knee after a surgery, and then I was sitting there on a toilet one day and I noticed a big brown pus came right out of the sutures.
Jesus.
Because I had knee surgery. My dog took one lick, that's all it was. 3 days later, it got infected with what's called Canis pestis. That's a canine
bacteria
in the mouth, and it infected it. So they put me in a hospital, giving me Dilaudid hydromorphine every 2 hours. They knew I was, in recovery, so they were very helpful. They kept an eye on me. I did that for like 12 hours straight, and then the nurse come in and was like, "Ron, you did 2 hours of Dilaudid every 2 hours." He goes, "I've never seen anybody do that." I'm like, "Well, dude, I told you, I've been on opioids since I was young." Anyway, he pulled me off, put me on morphine. I was pissed because the pain was horrible. But what he did was he got me ready to get out the door once,
That's super cool.
Yeah, because they ripped my knee apart and they did surgery. They kept me in there doped up for 5 days. Every 2 hours I'm getting drugs. And then they finally got it fixed and they sent me home with, I was on nasty antibiotics. To me, they're terrible to be on them. So my buddy Hanny, he's got 2 kids and a wife over there in Dearborn. He was trying to move to Florida because he's seen all the violence, the anger that was going on. That's licorice, dog.
It's funny, I'm not a fan of licorice at all.
Not the dog either?
I'm not sure. She might be.
Here, see if you like it. Lightning loves it, thunder don't. I like the gelatin in it. The gelatin is good for something. I've always loved certain kind of licorice. I'm 58. I overcame generational diabetes because my grandma was a diabetic.
It's good.
So I overcame that. I overcame blood pressure, overcame cholesterol.
It seems like you stay in shape pretty well.
Yeah. When it's warm, I like to go to Unity Park. And then I got a big set of rubber bands, Tribe Resistance, and there's a bunch of different color bands, and I can get a pretty good workout as long as I don't get sidetracked. Because there's a lot of people walking around. We all kind of say hi to each other, and sometimes people want to talk. And messes my workout up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got people on your Facebook or somewhere, or your phone rings. Someone's calling your friends, want to talk. Dominic, he's a truck driver. And
They talk a lot. Yes, they do.
yeah.
The wife was a truck driver for like 7 years of her life, so I know that.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, he does great at it because he works for Michigan Liquor Control.
Okay.
They're always looking for good people, too. He works 4 days a week, 3 days off. But he does like to work, and he's been doing 5 days. His whole family is just hard workers. His dad, mom. He came from Manila, and then I met him when I was 11, and we've been friends ever since. 45 years. Hanny, I've been friends with him for like 30. Now, my nails were getting discolored. I don't know if it's fungus, where it was, but I take cumin black seed oil.
Okay.
And I got a whole cupboard full of health stuff, herbs. I take calcium disodium EDTA, which is what they give you for heavy metal or lead poisoning. It's a way to detox metals out of your body. It's in the patent. The 248 patent of every one of the shots tells you if you want to break this garbage down to take that. So when I fast Sunday to Monday, I fast every week 40 hours now. Usually it was just 21, but if I fast and I take that, and he took a shot because they wouldn't let him coming back from Jordan in the country without it. So he took a shot, and he got the calcium, sodium, EDTA, and the vitamin C drops from Global Healing. And I do it every week because according to the scientists and the doctors, this stuff's in our food now. It's in our water, it's in our air. The doctors have tested the cows, the chickens, the eggs, squirrels, rabbit. I don't know if you've seen the rabbits with the horns coming out of their faces.
No way.
That's graphene iron aluminum.
Mm-mm.
So let's see. Let me show you the rabbits. I believe that's in the woods around the Colorado area. Show the rabbits with the horns growing out of their face. And this is before AI. There's a way to tell if you're seeing AI or not.
Yeah, that's AI
Those
is
are
everywhere.
rabbits infected with the Chape papillomavirus, which causes wart-like tumors. These growths can look like horns and are often seen in wild rabbits. They can fall off, but they might also cause problems eating or even lead to cancer.
So it's warts.
It
looks like horns.
Because they've never seen this before. That's what's real creepy. They said whatever has occurred since all these injections have happened, whatever is going on, it's coming out. There's some bees. They showed some bees that have horns coming out of their head.
What?
And it looked like a little devil, but it was a bee. That same thing. It's Bill Gates. If you go to his website, Bill Gates says that he is geoengineering, and they're full of chemicals, and he says he's spraying to cool off the earth because we are overheating the earth because of pollution, and that's a bunch of baloney. I don't trust Bill Gates at all. That guy is a strange dude, and a lot of people, like in Africa, I got some different African friends. Some of my buddies married women from Kenya, and he's banned from there because he was injecting them with his vaccines, testing them, and hundreds of thousands of African people have died, according to all the people. That's why he's not allowed in their country.
Wow. Because he's been spreading this cooling down thing.
Yeah, that
To the
and he
world.
was testing his vaccines. He's
on
making $1 trillion because he's testing all of his vaccines on Africans, and now since they booted him out the country, he's in India. So they're going to do the same thing. I think once a month or every 6 weeks I'll be able to keep that. Because they were pretty messed up, huh?
Yeah, rough for sure.
I haven't had a pedicure in about 6 months.
You in your shoes a lot? On your feet a
Well,
lot?
at home I wear open feet to try to ground myself, or I wear open sandals in the house.
Okay.
Because I have a wide foot, it can cause a problem. I wear a 11 shoe, and and my shoe needs to be wide enough, otherwise it especially those toes over there, get crunched, because you don't see a lot of wide, shoes that are wide in front unless you buy those certain kind of shoes. I got a pair of them. I forget what you call them, but I got some shoe my 13-year-old daughter took me. Some fancy mall way out in 20 Mile Road or wherever that was. Big fancy lakeside mall.
Might be Somerset?
Yeah. Is that big fancy one that's
Probably.
75 North all the way? Legoland. Okay. Let's see. I got a elderly lady over on Indian for 8 years, and we had her 3rd grade class go give the officers all a $5 gift card, and they all wrote something on the card. They were Myers gift cards. So the sheriff Goodnow gave my daughter an award and got a photo, and it was in the newspaper. And then we used to go sit with old ladies at the nursing home in Southgate, Rivergate Terrace. These women would cry when my daughter hugged them, and I'm like, wow. And they're like, well, people abandon us and leave us in here, our family, and we don't have anybody when your daughter hugs us. I'm like, phew. Like, I give you a hug, it don't make you cry. My daughter was like 7, 8, 9, and 10 years old. I never thought about that stuff. I didn't see my daughter, doctor Tuesday, so I'm gonna have him give me a doctor to go get the toe fixed. As long as it's not gonna do it again. I don't know why it did that. Trigger toe, I don't know.
Does it hurt?
No, not at all. It's just weird. Big old nasty looking thing in the middle of my joints. In the summertime, I started trying to walk. I need to go back to walking barefoot. Because they say when you ground out your body, it's supposed to be really good for you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Ground out your body. I'm like, well, okay. And if anybody ever tells you these don't work, tell them they do, okay? That is an EMF, electromagnetic frequency protector. This lady with the horses, okay, this lady here with the horses, she's right behind the 5G tower right there, right? So I buy this $400 meter. It's an EF meter, electrical frequency, electrical magnetic frequency, and radio frequency. So when I'm at her house, it goes crazy because it's getting a lot of radiation from 5G.
Right.
When I was in the Philippines, in Dipolog, they didn't have 5G. My meter would not go off. It would be completely normal. When I got to Manila, it went crazy because there was 5G in Manila. Now when I'm at her house, it goes crazy. So I was taking this meter around my body, and it was going nuts. It was telling me that it was extreme and that it wasn't healthy for me to have these devices. So I bought this thing, this little whatever protector on the back of this. Then I bought this thing, and I put my meter around my body, 0. It shows that I don't have any whatever it was, electromagnetic frequency damaging me. Now the doctors will show you on here, they'll show you that children that are holding their phones like this, if you have an Android phone, you're going to be not so bad because your antenna's in the top. If you have an iPhone, all 4 corners are an antenna. The doctors showed you under this, I don't know if it was ultrasound, but they showed you the blood sticking together. Your blood cells didn't like the radiation. So it was sticking together. It was causing harm in kids, and women who were walking around with these in their pocket were getting tumors.
Wow.
Wherever they put this.
Yeah.
So when I go to bed at night, I take it off 5G. I just put it back on 4G. And 4G works fine on my phone. It's just, if I'm going to use this as my hotspot, like this is my hotspot. My phone is my hotspot. Weird. Tickle whatever. baby, 6-year-old, adopted daughter. Unbelievable. I can't even believe the stuff that goes on, you know, when you get sources that you don't find lying to you. I never seen, I'm 58 years old, I've never seen this kind of stuff. There's been grandmas stabbing the little grandchild in the neck. There's been my friends over there at Kroger shopping, and a 23-year-old gets stabbed to death right in the Kroger like a month ago.
Wild.
Up at Traverse City where I go to the Walmart, and dudes start stabbing people right there in the Walmart. And I'm like, you know, whatever's going on in this earth, it's not like anything I've experienced in 58 years. And when I was young, my grandpa took me to church all the time, and I didn't want that because I was like in heaven. So you can't see with your eyes. Well, I did it, and I tried to summon these 3 demons, and they didn't come right away. I thought, you know, you're going to do it, and they're going to come. Well, if you started listening to Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, or Freddie Mercury from Queen, any of these rock stars, they didn't tell you that they're going to come when they want to come. And they're going to look for an open door. And that open door is going to be different types of drugs. It's going to be different types of whiskey. Now, I'm American Indian, Black Wolf Potawatomi clan. And when I went up north to the reservation, there's a guy called Medicine Man. And Medicine Man. Yeah, at first I thought, oh, that's a bunch of baloney too. But he said, hey, you and your daughter, I want you to grab some corn. I want you to hold it in your hand for so long, and then I'm going to have a woman come in. She's a spirit reader. Now, we're talking a hospital, just like you would any hospital. Doctors and psychiatrists and surgeons, all in this facility. So this woman doctor comes in, medical doctor, takes off her doctor uniform. They turn the lights out. He starts burning this sage stuff. So he says, okay, I'm going to do your daughter first. So I'm thinking this is a bunch of hocus pocus. As soon as my daughter put the thing in the water, this lady said she could read the spirits that came from your daughter, holding that, her aura, spirits, put it in the water. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. Until she started telling me everything that was happening in my daughter's life. And then she told me about the stomach problems. This guy speaks to her in Indian. She goes over, she brings back marshmallow root. Put my daughter on marshmallow root, took care of the stomach problem.
Wow.
So he tells me that your daughter is Wolf Clan Potawatomi. He knew our clan, everything about us. And we were from Rudyard, Michigan, up north. My great-great-grandma, she had to run from the people that were killing Indians. So she met my great-grandpa, who was a lumberjack. He was up there logging in the Upper Peninsula. And he came on a boat over here from Europe. And so she got with him. Need the right one again? Or?
Yeah.
And so when it's my turn, he says, you're Black Wolf Clan. And I'm thinking, well, why am I Black Wolf? That's my daughter. I didn't really understand. But he had told me when my daughter, when the lady was reading, her light is a love gift, feeding people in a different country. I'm like, well, okay, maybe that's just some, BS. So then he gets to me, and he tells me Black Wolf Clan, and he tells me that you look at things in a very positive outlook. You're a positive person. You try to look at things, and it was true too, because when you get done with a bad relationship, for instance, I was always so thankful for all the good times I had with that woman. Whereas the woman, she would be remembering every bad thing that I said. I could do 20 good things and say something bad. Done. Yep. So I'm like, well, he started telling me that my shoulders have problems. He gives me some cream to rub on them. I ended up having shoulder surgery eventually. So I think the cream he gave me was like a tannic acid from tea bags, and it worked good
Tea
for
bags.
a while. I think it was. I didn't ask
Strange.
him. It smelled like tea,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a cream, and it worked. It worked for a long time.
If
but
it works, it works.
eventually, when I got back from Afghanistan, the doctor said, "Hey, you don't have any cartilage in this hip." And I had fallen 3 stories when I was 17 and didn't break my leg. All I did was crack my heel because when I was falling, I was doing my best to land on my feet. And when I landed, I tried with everything I had to land and roll.
Okay.
It was like a natural thing that I did. Otherwise, I'd have been done.
Yeah.
He said my leg should have just broke and went up into me because that's 3 stories.
Yeah.
And if you go look 3 stories, that's a lot.
It's
Well, when I got back, they said, well, what probably happened was your hip joint in there, it had weakened at age 17, but it wasn't till age 44, whatever it was in 2012. I'm 58 now, 2012.
10 years, 13 years ago.
13 years. Okay. So, I said, okay. Then I was at Motor City Electric doing the new Wayne County Jail, and I ended up tearing my shoulder and my knee, hamstring knee. So I got that fixed, and I took 55 grand and I left because nobody wanted me on their job site anymore. So I became Ron Bond 0007 Electric, and I've been Ron Bond Electric for actually quite a long time, but it's been 15 years. I started it, but I never did much work because I was happy working out of the union. And in the from Atlanta, Georgia, he's married to a Kenyan sister, and they're always out among brown people. Whenever you see them, when they got their whatever you call it, when they gather together like a conference, it's mostly like a lot of African Americans and all brown people. And it's called Revelations of Jesus Christ, the Ghetto Gospel. And of course, the Ghetto Gospel, it just means, he's out with regular street people. And he's a real down-to-earth dude. He's not the fake. I've been watching him for several years. And the way I found real people was when COVID came out, there was a bunch of fake pastors that were trying to tell people to get the shots. Well, they just did a documentary. Something like 60% of those jerks that were telling you need to take it, you're spreading it, you need to take it, they died of a heart attack right on stage. And they did a documentary. I couldn't believe it. I was watching it. I'm like, wow. Talk about what comes around goes around. Making us feel like we were spreading the disease because we didn't want it. And hey, that's cool if you took it. My mom took it. My dad took it. I had a bunch of friends take it. And like, hey, it's your business. I didn't think anything bad about people if they took it or didn't take it.
Right. But forcing people to do stuff?